There's a man, you see, this bloke had a big nose, you know. He did. It was something like that, it was. As a matter of fact, it was bigger than that. It was really, much bigger. It was more like that. And his wife said to him, Fred, and he didn't say anything. He was just like that. And she said, Fred! And he didn't answer, because his name was Jim. And she said, Jim! She said, what? Jim! That's better. Why don't you go to the doctors, you know, and see something, get something done about that nose? She said, because, you know, it's a big nose, isn't it? No, it was a big nose. It was like that. So he said, all right. So he went to the doctor, see? And the doctor said, what's the trouble? He says, my nose. And the doctor said, well, I can see it's your nose. He said, it wasn't your nose. He said, possession is 9 points of the law. If it's stuck to your face, it's yours. He said, anyway, who would want a big thing like that? And it was big. It was like that. You know what I mean? And he said, what are you? He said, what? He said, I want you to make it smaller for me, you see? So he climbed up on the ladder, this doctor, and he said, my goodness, he said, what a big nose. And it was big. It was like that. And he said, I want it smaller, you see? I want it smaller. He said, well, it'll cost you 500 guineas. So this man said, 500 guineas? Scratching his nose, he said, that's a lot of money, isn't it? He said, I'll tell you what to do. He said, the doctor said, go to the vet. There's a vet down the road. And he only charged you 30 bob. That's all. So he went down and saw this vet. The vet said, come in. He said, he said, yes, all right. He said, I'll give you a new nose. I'll give you a new one. Lie down on the table, operating table. But he was a bit nearsighted. See, he was nearsighted. So instead of giving him a nose, he gave him an elephant's trunk. And when he woke up, he was like that. And he walked about a bit to get used to it, like that. See? And he went home, and he said to his wife, he said, be honest. Be honest. What do you think of it? What do you think? And she said, stand over there a bit. So he went like that. And she said, I like it. I really like it. So they went to the cinema to celebrate. And they're in there watching the film, and he's like that with his trunk, see? And he starts to sniff. He's like that. And his wife couldn't stand it any longer. She said, stop that sniffing. He said, who's sniffing? He said, I'm picking up peanuts.